Happy Saturday. Let's start with our two demi and one grand today. Why not? And here we go. Make sure you relax your ankles in this, please. Make sure your neck and shoulders are relaxed on top of your balance. And relax when you are ready. And here we go to the other side. And and relax when you're ready. That's it. All right. Let's have this one today. Half point and in forward and half point inside, half point and back in the stretch. Half point and back in the half point inside and the half point in front in the stretch. Half point inside and the full point and stretch. Half point inside and the full point and stretch. Half point inside and the full point plie. Roll through your feet in second, heel down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stretch 7 and 8. Stop the same thing to the front. 5 and 6. Stretch 7 and 8. To the side already. Stretch the other foot. One more time. 2, 3, 4. Roll through in your second. Stay right there. And that is all it is. And here we go. There. Make sure you lead with your heel. Now with your toes. Both. Toes. Stretch. And heel leads when you close. Here we go to the back. 6 when you're ready. I guess you were reading my mind. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, 1 in the back. One in the back, sorry, here we go, and the 1 in the forward. 1 in the side. Yes, I think that, oh no, what am I doing?
You went up, down,
3 and the 4, here we go. Stay, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7, so to new 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 stay 3 and the 4 go 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Just reverse that. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7, so to new 8.
Oh.
And here we go. This is all about heel-toe alignment. 1 and 2 and 1. Stay now close. To the other side we go. That's already it. Right. Front and the coupe, no, front and the 2 and the 3 and coupe and the back. Hold on. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 chassis forward and the 6 and the close back and the 2 and the 3 and coupe chassis back and the 6 and the close. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the coupe and the 1 and 2 and the 3 and the coupe and the 1 and 2 and the 3 and the coupe demi-plié close fifth, so turn 1 and the 2 and the 3 coupe close chassis, feel yourself and close back and the 2 and the 3 and the coupe and the chassis back. Side and the 2 and the 3 inside coupe again, side and the 2 and the 3 inside coupe 3 times and the 2 and the 3 inside coupe plié, so turn other side.
Was that in fifth?
Yes.
Okay.
Since we just did first, that would make sense. And here we go. And with arms and stuff this time. And over. Chassis generous, feel yourself. Hold on, there's the chassis.
Oh.
Here we go one more time. And chassis and stay, feel yourself. And close. Now 2 back and 2. And chassis back. Feel yourself. And close. Side 3 times. 2. 3 and coupe tight. And 1. Remember, it's your little toe on your ankle or your heel, not your whole foot. Fifth. Other side. 1. front coupe, one more front. Side coupe and side coupe and side coupe, one more side. Back coupe and the back coupe and the back coupe, one more back. Back and the front and the back and the front and the back, close your fifth, one more coupe. Back and the coupe, back and the coupe, back and the coupe, one more back. Side and the coupe and side and the coupe, so your first one doesn't change. Front and the coupe and front and the coupe and 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 inside coupe, just stay right there. So it's altogether 7. Front and the coupe and front and the coupe and front and the coupe, one more dégagé. The same to the side, the same to the back. Balançoise, one more coupe and 7.
Okay, but it doesn't change.
Say that again.
Okay.
Yeah, your first one to the side doesn't change. And here.
The first one to the side doesn't change.
Exactly. And make sure you don't pick up your coupes from your knee, but from your toes pushing down, placing your heel or your little toe exactly where it needs to be. Okay, here we go. Relatively quick. And fifth coupe.
Was it that
1
fast?
and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7, 8. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. That is why I'm saying only push your toes into the floor. Your coupe wants to feel like the dégagé, provided that the dégagé does push into the floor. Here we go. Evil, evil intent. And here we go. Quick. That's it. Balançoise. Close coupe. No knees. Close fifth coupe back. We are finishing this coupe, that's exactly right. I love that dirty look there. And just like balance our front and back and front and back and front and back, close fifth inside coupe. Or back and front and back and front and back and front inside coupe. Yeah, you were in just a little tiny bit on autopilot there. Yes, it is fast, but it will feel even impossibly fast if you use your knees for the coupe. Open to close. So it's fifth, 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 fifth. Okay. Without making it look like the cucaracha. And here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Inside coupe and open. That's it, everything goes down. Inside coupe. Are you sure that is a real coupe or is it too high? And relax. And yes, arms would have been nice, but I'm not going to sue you for that since we had our wheels in our brain busy with other things. First and fifth coupe and first and fifth coupe and fifth coupe and fifth coupe, just for positive reinforcement. 8 and 7 and 6 and the 5, 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the plie inside passe today. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8, first and the fifth and the coupe, first and the fifth and the coupe, fifth and the coupe, fifth and the coupe, fifth and the coupe, fifth and the coupe and the 8 and the 7 and the 6 and the 5, 4 and the 3 and the 2 and the plie inside passe relevé. You could close fifth and go to the other side, or not. I leave that up to you. First, fifth, coupe, first, fifth, coupe, fifth, coupe, fifth, coupe, fifth, coupe, fifth, coupe. 8. Inside coupe front. Inside passé front, sorry, my bad. And flat. Inside passé back the second time. And releve, feel your balance. Okay, here we go. And first, 2, 3, coupe and 1. No knees, just toes. Yes, that would have been it. Careful.
I lost it.
It's creeping up on you. Okay. So already be very much aware of that fifth switch to coupe, because you will need it immediately afterward. Here we go. And fifth and coupe and fifth and coupe and fifth and coupe. There we go. Now 8. Inside passé front. Careful, no hips. Inside passé, releve, close fifth and soutenu to the other side. And relax. All right. Let's go développé to plié and open and close and développé to plié and back and close. Développé to plié and back and front and passé releve. Open. Fifth and rondegent 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Forward and 2 and 3 and 4 to the bar. Close. Through coupe and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Passé 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Once and 2 and 3 and 4. 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Up and over back. Away from the bar and stretch. So it's through coupe et développé portière to plié. Demi-rond. The same from the side to the back. From the back, just pick it up, balance pas to demi-plié front into your passé. Stay there for a second to prepare. 8 moves forward and sideways. And here we go. I think you're going a little bit too fast. Hold on. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. Passé 5 and the 6. Open front side. So go a little bit slower. Otherwise, you don't have time for everything else afterward. So go twice as slow. Coupe, plié, side, fifth. Making sense?
But it's not 4 counts, it's right.
1 and 2 open, 3 close, and 4. Yes, it is 4 counts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Demi-plié front. To the side, open both legs. Close, fifth. And down. And 2. And 3 for your position. And 4. And down. Feel yourself relax your neck. Anticipate preparing for 8 hours. Not too high, just coupe, careful there. Control your knees, one, still too high when you start. Feel your coupe, not passe, still not to coupe. And plie to passe. Yeah, careful, don't let these toes fly up to your knees when you take these initial tiny developers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, remember that is exactly the habit we are trying to get rid of. So feel a coupe for each developer. Okay, I promise there will be more passes in the future. Okay. And How about that frappe from yesterday that we struggled somewhat with? Front and the side and the back, fouilleté close and the back and the side and the front and the side and the back, fouilleté close and the back and the side, front and the side and the back, fouilleté close. You're ready to reverse, side and the front, fouilleté fifth, front and the side and the back and the side and the front, fouilleté close and the front, side and the back and the side and the front, fouilleté. Stay in your arabesque. And that is all it is. So even so, if you're closing in fifth, make sure you feel the end of your fouilleté before you close your fifth. And feel your sidearm together with your Alex and Gregg with these fouilletés. Yes, they're quick, but they still need to have everything they need. Okay, here we go. It might be just a tad calmer than yesterday. Yep. And back. Feel the end. Try not to drop your toes and the end of your fouilleté. Lift it into your fouilleté. Ah, there we go. Lift it and stay. Better. Yeah, try to lift your toes into the fouilleté before you close it. Okay, it's not much. It's just a little bit, just so we can actually see the ending position. Here we go. Left side, please. Feel Alex and Gregg. One and two and fondue to the front, développé to the front, développé, plié 45 to the back, fondue to the back, développé to the back, plié to the back and to the side, and fondue to the side, développé to the side. Let's go plié, relevé, arabesque, close fifth, soutenu, other side. So we have the same one that we had in our rondejons, but at 45 degrees this time, for just two counts. One and the two and fondue and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and the 8. One and plié to the back and fondue to the back. So your fondue happens and your développé happens at the end of your demi-rond. And the développé 45 to the side and fondue to the side, développé à la seconde. Brush 45, plié, relevé. Feel yourself, soutenu, other side.
That balance is arabesque, not attitude.
Correct.
Okay.
And here we go. Through coupé front and side, fondue front, développé front. Feel both arms, both legs, both waists. Développé side, back, fondue back. To the side, to the front, back it should have been, fondue. Développé, plié, to the side. Go to the back this time. Cheat inside arabesque. Fondus go front and back, not front and side. And fondu to the front. And développé to the front. Développé side to back. Développé plié side to back. Then fondu to the back and développé to the back. Your last one goes to the side, not your second one.
Oh,
Is that making sense?
okay.
Here we go. And there we go. Now side to back. Fondu back this time. There we go. Développé back as well. Now back to side. Fondu side. Développé side, close fifth front for your inside arabesque. Plié. Relevé. And finish. All right. Let's go petit and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 2 combattements and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8 and the petit and 2 and the 3 and the 4. We could have our 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Again, we're going front to back first. 2 combattements to the back inside. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 2 combattements to the side. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. Petit battement and the 3 and the 4. Where am I? Here, 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 1 flick flat on the or close fifth soutenu. Other side. Petit and 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 demi plié and close. 2 combattements to the front. Outside petit battement and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the close. Inside back. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. 2 combattements. 5 and the 6 and the 7 and 8. One more time, petit battements. 5 and the 6 and the 7. Plié 8. 1 flick flack on the or close fifth soutenu. Other side. So this is a petit battement sandwich.
So it's front, back, and then side.
Yes, correct. Each set starts with petit battements. And here we go, happy in the thighs. And remember to close fifth front again. That's it. One more time, petit battements. Into flick flack on the to the other side of reserved yourself a nice stretch before we come to the sunset. Let's go front and the coupe and the front and the coupe and the front and the coupe and the coupe and the close and the back and the coupe and the back. Coupe and the back and the coupe plie, coupe and the close. Side and the coupe and the side and the coupe and the side and the coupe plie. Oh, let's go from our back foot Tomlier, front, very front, and the coupe and the side, and the coupe and the back, coupe and the side, and the coupe and the front. 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, plie 7 close behind. Back and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, plie close in front. Side and the 2 and the 3 and the 4, 5 and the 6, plie. So that's 1 1/4. Tomlier close front and the coupe and the side. Coupe and the back and the coupe. Tell you what, let's have a passé close fifth back instead of that last Tomlier.
So 3 and then pass it.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Are we good to mark that?
Yeah.
Okay. Squeeze. Be careful with the placement of your couplets. Better further out than further in. Feel that fifth. Feel your fifth and your passage to fifth.
Okay, so it stays. Okay.
Yeah, correct. All right, here we go. Careful not to let it be reflected in your shoulders. Interesting choice of arms. Make sure you find your fifth after each of these coupes, regardless of relevy or not. Okay. Yeah, careful that you find your fifth positions and to really truly take it from your toes, squeezing in rather than just hiking up. It's just a very different sensation. Let's make every other one a turn. Tendu, coupé, tendu, turn, en dehors, tendu, turn, coupé, en dehors, 1 1/4. So we are upping the ante just a little bit. So the first one stays a coupé, the second one becomes an en dehors turn, so you need to plie when you close. Yep, and 1 more tendu coupé. And now this is a coupé turn to the other side. So you're going toward the other shoulder from your front foot. No, it's the other coupé, I'm pretty sure. Remember, we picked up our right foot. Just go back to what it was without it. And you switched with your right foot.
No.
At first we did 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7.
Right.
So 1 and the 2 and the 3 and the 4 and the 5 and the 6 and the 7. Now you can reverse it, back and the coupé and back, en dedans, back and the coupé, plié, en dedans the other way. This is going to be fun. Side en dehors no, side and the coupé and side en dehors and the side and the coupé and en dehors, tendez back. Let's keep that last part in coupés, so you're not turning yourself completely to death. The passé, however, becomes a single turn en dehors.
But this turn, it goes back.
That stays all the same.
And
Close
then close. And then
no. Close and the coupé and side and the coupé and back and the coupé passé pirouette en dehors. That closes fifth back. So the last part stays exactly what it was before. Since I still have a streak of humanity left in me, in my evil veins. You want to go through that slowly?
Well, so and coupé, and
correct.
yeah.
One more tendu coupé, plié,
And then it
correct.
goes
To fifth. No. We are keeping it exactly the way it was in the previous combination. It's exactly the same thing. Now you're starting it from the back. Back and the coupé and the back en dedans from your front foot this time. You stay where you are. It's single turns, remember? Tendu back, coupé front, tendu back, en dedans with a coupé front. Stay where you are. One more time, tendu coupé front. Now the other foot goes en dedans 1 1/4 to close in fifth.
I don't know why that.
Because it's Saturday. Side coupé, side en dehors, side coupé, side en dehors. Nope, the other en dehors. The same foot that closes the last time goes into coupé. So you're sticking with the same leg. You want to mark that?
Yeah. It's a Chinese puzzle. Well, I can just try.
That is a good attitude. And try to be logical about it. Okay, here we go. Just one tendu too much. Remember, it's tendu, coupé, tendu, coupé, tendu, coupé, coupé, close. That pattern has not changed since we started.
Okay. All right.
Yeah? Take two of many. Here we go. One squeeze. One squeeze. One squeeze. Deep pirouette, close back. Good. Reverse. En dedans, front foot. Aha. Hold on a second. Hold on. No, no, en dedans. Each one goes en dedans. You're almost there. Almost there. The first part already was good. You want to talk through that second part to go to the back. Now that the pattern slowly sinking in.
Okay. Back.
Plié en dedans.
Coupe.
Correct. One more time.
Back.
Back. Coupé.
Coupe.
Now your back foot
Coupe.
goes. Correct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you're doing écarté as you did to the front.
Okay.
On the
Okay.
or on the no 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 on the
Oh.
yeah yeah it's the same
Coupe.
thing as before. On the or. Correct. One more coupé.
Coupe.
Yes. Now you're going on the or again. Back foot to tendre back. No 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 tendre back to behind you. It's 1 1/4. Correct. Now you're just closing in the coupé and the close and the coupé and the yep and the back same thing and the passe pirouette on the or close fifth back. Correct. Is that slowly sinking in? I know it's a lot to ask for, so don't feel bad about processing time. All right, here we go. And back. En dedans. Good. En dedans. The other en dedans, yes. Equity. En dehors. Yep, equity. En dehors. Yep, tendier. You're on the wrong side. And relax. Almost, almost, almost. Yeah, the only thing missing was after your last turn, you're going tendier croisé back. That was the last little detail we missed there. Is that making sense? Yeah. So after your last écarté, coupé, on the or change corner to tendier croisé back because you're going with your outside leg, even so it is in fifth back. You want to mark just to the écarté section?
It's on this, but it would have been on this side.
Yes, correct. There. Close and turn. Be logical. Keep going exactly the way it was when we went to the front. Correct. One more time. Coupé. Now your back foot picks up on the or to tendier croisé back. Croisé, exactly. Yes, now you can close and coupé inside and coupé. That would have gotten you to the other side. Plié, passe, turn. Or we could attack the other side. All right, a reluctant attack, but an attack nevertheless. Oh, and back. Good. Equity front. You're in the wrong equity. Make sure you're changing direction there with that on the down turn in the end. Yeah, yeah, these last turns in each section change corners. That is how we change sides.
I don't know where my coordination is. Where are we?
We are on the left side.
All right.
And here we go. The left side already went a lot better than the right, so don't beat yourself up too much about it. Oh, and back. I would accent more down so you get to where you need to go. On the down. Good. Change corner. On the down changes corner. And lands in fifth front so you can keep going with your downstage foot. Otherwise, you're doing the same side as you just didn't do on the other side. Am I making sense?
It's going to come back to this side no matter what.
Exactly. And then
All
you're
right.
starting with your
I'm just going to
downstage
close
leg
it.
for your écarté front. So you're doing the tendus on the other side as well.
All right.
Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. There are a few people that can afford spending that much time on a combo. Here we go. So let's take shameless advantage of it. But make sure you hit some good coupés. And one. Careful now. Thank you. And one. There we go. Success. That should have been on the oar, not on the long. On the oar. To écarté, to tendre back. I leave it entirely up to you if you want to keep on bothering with it or not.
Well, we'll keep doing it for 20 minutes because my brain is just not processing this. I don't know why.
And the funny thing is going to be when you look at the videos, kind of, it's so obvious that you're going to smack yourself on the head and say, why couldn't I get it?
Yeah, I don't know what's
It's totally fine. Let's blame it
holding me
on
back.
Saturday. What do you say?
Yeah, it's Saturday.
I might remember this thing on Tuesday.
All right.
I'll practice it on the airport.
I'll watch it.
Okay. It's a little hybrid of stuff we've been doing today and yesterday. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Relevé 7 tombe forward 8. 1 and 2 and back and port de bras développé to the back. That is what we did on the bar. 1 and 2 écarté front toward your leg. Develop écarté your relevé tombe. I forgot that relevé tombe was the arabesque, my bad. Passer to temps lié, plié to passer to fourth. That is what we did yesterday. Floaty turn, close your fifth. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Develop relevé tombe. Close. Start this to the side and 2 and 3. Up and over back. Develop arabesque relevé tombe. Close. 1 arabesque écarté front. So that stays on the floor. toward your leg. Develop your equity front, tomber. Passez, tend, lié back. Plié, passez, plié, floaty turn. That's it.
Okay.
So the pattern is the same as on the bar when it comes to your developers.
Okay.
Okay, let's give this a mark. Big fourth, up and over back. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Don't forget to breathe. There's no worries if you want to stop after the first side since it's fairly long. Yeah. Develop your equity front. Right. And totally back. And relax for a second. Relax. Yeah, careful. The logic is développer demi-rond, pour the bras to the bar the first time, not away. So it's away from your leg.
Okay.
Then développer front. Then you go from side to back with a port de bras to the back before your arabesque.
Okay.
Then from the back to the side, away from the bar, so to speak, so toward your toes, before you develop your equity. And don't forget, after your écarté, passé needs to pull you into Tonley back. So you need to know that before you do it, otherwise it ain't gonna happen, as we well know. Okay, are we good for the other side?
Yeah.
Don't forget to breathe through your fingertips, through your toes. Feel your opposition. To the point. There we go. Now develop your front. Always feel the same pupils. In transit, releve, push down and forward. Tongue close. Up and over back. Quarter run. At least you're consistent. And a six. And away from the borders. Develop A5. Remember your tongue back. Is it going to happen? Fourth, plie, turn on. Up and over back. Close fifth, passé, tongue back. Close fifth, passé fourth.
So just one.
Well, after you have to go to your écarté tambe. Otherwise, we are already starting in the wrong place. Yeah. You just tambeed right onto that écarté leg. Right. You close fifth position, front. No, no, no. You're not going back onto the leg. You just tambeed away from it, so the other leg needs to close.
So
There.
it's going
Yes,
here.
correct. Yep. Turn your back. You're still forgetting to turn your back, which means your balance already is not traveling where it needs to go. Exactly. Now from fifth to fourth. It's two different
Yeah.
things. Ah, exactly. Yep. And then your pirouette. I just had it. We have to start with our left foot in front. Passé and tenlier, plié and passé to fourth pirouette on the haut. Chassé to plié to passé to tenlier, plié, pirouette on the haut. Close passé and tenlier, fifth and the passé to fourth pirouette on the haut. Chassé to plié, passé, tenlier, plié on the haut. Just for just for positive reinforcement. So we are starting exactly the same way. We kind of missed it in the adagio. So and we are starting with our left foot in front, not with our right. So our first pirouette comes from the right. So passé tenlier croisé. Close fifth. Passé fourth. from your front foot. Let's try to be logical. Passé to fourth. Right foot goes, yes, correct. Pirouette to fourth. Correct. Now you're going chassé forward, so you have to close your back foot to chassé croisé forward. Plié, passé, temps lié. Temps lié. One more temps lié. Fourth, pirouette to fourth. You're on the other side. Close fifth, so you can go passé first. Passé temps lié. Temps lié. You have to push yourself a little bit more aggressive backward in your shoulders for the temps lié. Really feel that, exactly. Nope, close fifth, passé fourth. You have two different things there, just to confuse you. On the or to fourth. Yep, now it is chassé forward. Close fifth. Passé to temps lié back again. Now temps lié forward. Plié pirouette on the other side.
Fifth.
To fourth.
Fourth.
Passé temps lié back, close fifth. Passé to fourth. Pirouette to fourth. That is act one. Chassé forward, plié fifth. Passé to temps lié back. Temps lié forward, plié fourth. Pirouette on the other side to fourth. So you absolutely have to know where you're going next, otherwise you're going to find yourself in the wrong place all the time. Ha 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 ha. The first time you go passé temps lié back, the second time you go chassé forward, passé. Two temps liés this time. Prepare and go. Yep. Fourth. And then you have to close your fifth so you can passé again. Back foot closes to fifth. I would close my back foot since that's where you are. Now you can passé temps lié again. To fifth, to passé fourth. There's no two temps liés in the first set. Is that making sense? It is a little bit of a brain tease. The first time you're going is passé to temps lié, plié to passé to fourth. This is what we just did in the adagio. I'm simply recycling. Pirouette to your fourth. The second set starts with chassé forward and plié and passé to temps liés. Plié, pirouette on the or. Close fifth, you are on the other side. Passé to temps lié to fifth, to passé to fourth. Pirouette on the or. Second set, chassé forward to plié to passé. Two temps liés, plié, pirouette on the or.
I guess I'm not seeing the difference. Are all of them the same, or
No, that is the whole thing. The first,
so the first one's going to do chassé.
no, the first one does passé temps lié back. Think you're back in the adagio.
Well, if you're starting with your left foot front,
Yes, you're doing
does it start with the passé right away?
Yes, exactly. Passé temps lié fifth. Now passé fourth and turn. Right foot picks up to the passé to get to your preparation.
But to here.
Yes, of course. Then after your first pirouette, we are switching to chassé forward. Plié, passé, two temps liés. So your second set is completely different in the beginning than your first. It's AB, AB. So each side starts with passé temps lié back. The second half
That's
starts with
here.
chassé.
That's passé, temps lié back.
Close fifth. The other passé to fourth to turn. Correct.
Turn.
The second half close fifth to chassé forward. Close fifth, passé to the other side with two temps liés this time as a preparation for your pirouette on the other side. Hmm. Now you're starting over close. No, 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 no. You're
Oh,
starting with passé. After your first left pirouette, you're starting the combination over on the other side with passé tournier back. There is no
so the
third.
first and third time it starts with passe.
Yes, correct.
And the second and fourth, it does passe to.
No, the second and fourth go starts with chassé. First starts with passé, second one starts with chassé. And there are only two phrases. There is not a third and fourth phrase. You're doing two phrases, you're done with both sides, you're starting on the other side.
Okay.
Let's mark it
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
a bunch of times, just so maybe the logic will filter through. I'm going to put some universal power behind it. Starting with passé. To your fourth. To your fourth. Close fifth. Start with chassé. Now the passé. Tournier. Tournier. Plié. Pirouette. To your fourth. We're done. Start with passé. Tournier. Fifth. Passé to fifth. Pirouette on the other side. Close to fifth. Now it is chassé. Plie. Passé to tournier. Tournier. Plié. Pirouette. Close fifth. Passé. Tournier. Fifth. Passé to fifth. Turn. Part B. Chassé and plié and passé to tournier. Tournier. Plié. Pirouette fifth. Part A. Passé. Tournier. Passé to fifth. Good. Part B. Chassé. Passé. Tournier twice. Plié. Pirouette. To your fourth. Fifth. You're never done after your tournier. The other passé to fourth. That's your no, no, there's no more tournier. Right. Once you did a tournier, you're done with tourniers. You either prepare to fourth or you go on the other side. Switch side. Plié.
I- Wait a minute. It starts with the left. So
Yes, correct.
here,
Close
here,
fifth.
here,
One more passé to prepare. So you have two passés in the
here,
first phrase.
here,
And turn. Mm-hmm.
here,
Yep. Now
here.
instead of having two passés, you have one chassé and one passé and two tourniers. Yep, two tourniers. And prepare and turn.
Okay.
Now you have again two passés. Close fifth. Passé tournier. Close fifth. Don't forget your tournier. That's what that combination is all about. You
But the
understand?
first one is to fifth, and the second is to.
No, the first one is to tournier. The second one is from a chassé forward. Passé, if you're starting with your passé, you always go to tournier back. That's the whole point. Is that making sense?
Bum, bum, bum,
Yes.
bum, bum,
Yes.
bum,
Yes.
bum,
Yes.
bum,
Done.
bum.
Part B. Two. Yes, keep going.
Here.
Yes. Passé tournier back.
Tournier,
Now tournier forward. Right.
here.
You're done with
Here.
both sides of your turns.
Done.
Now you're starting on the left. Tournier back. You're still not falling into your tournier back. That is your only problem. From fifth, you have to push your shoulders backward. Thank you. Now it all makes sense. Close fifth position front. Two passes in the first phrase, remember. So you can prepare on the other side. Now you're on the left. Pirouette left to fourth. You should be in fourth. No, there is no chassé. Passé to tournier, plié to passé to fourth. That is your first phrase. All you have to do is be consistent on both sides. For whatever reason, you're switching everything around when you start your left side. Yep. Turn. Done. This is part A. Finish. New pattern. 2. Passé 2 temps liés. Pirouette from there. Done. Close fifth. Forget everything. You're starting with passé temps lié. Don't let that foot escape. Correct. Close fifth. The other passé. Yes to fourth. To pirouette left. You're on the left side. You just started the combination anew. Close fifth. Second phrase. Chassé forward. Close fifth. Passé. To temps lié twice. To prepare and go. Right.
Isn't it funny? I can't see the beginning or the end of this. Let's try.
Yes, absolutely. Remember, you're always falling behind you out of your passé into a fourth temps lié. Okay, here we go. And that's it to your fourth. Close fifth. Part B. Yes, close fifth. Passé. Temps lié. Temps lié. The same on the left. Passé. Temps lié. Close. Up and the fourth. And go. Correct. Part B on the left side. Chassé. Plié and passé. Temps lié twice. That's it. And done.
That was the end of the phrase?
Yes, it was. I think you're just making too much out of it. It's a two-part phrase. It's the end of it. Now that we got there, let's do it one more time. How about aiming for doubles this time? Now that your brain is so beautifully distracted with the combination. All right, here we go. And here we are, and yes, very nice. And chassé one, and plié, and up to go back, to go forward. And passé back, and 1, 2, and chassé, and 2, and 3. Yep, and finish. Right. See, at least the pirouettes were demi-decent. Okay.
I was just sure that there were just 3 phrases in that.
Right, but there are only 2. Okay. How about let's go under the sea?
With?
Just changements with our alternating port de bras.
Oh,
Do you say?
okay.
Little stamina there, so your brain can get the break, but your toes don't.
Okay.
So you get your sneak cardio in. Yeah, port de bras 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Second port de bras starting with your right arm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Left arm 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Started on the left, so to speak, if you can. Let's remember you want to gather momentum and energy as you keep going on rather than losing it in the first 8.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Don't forget to breathe. We are halfway home. catch your breath because we still have the left side before I let you enjoy 1 day off. No, actually 2 days off. Luxurious.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's make it count this time. Okay, here we go. Just toes, quick toes. And grand plie to the floor and collapse.
That was
Okay.
complete failure.
It's well, that is actually a good point to get to,
Yeah.
at least in gym terms. Okay, have a wonderful 2 day weekend.
Thank you. Have a
And
good trip.
I will, and I will be seeing you Tuesday.
Okay. And
Or-
if it's not convenient for you, don't worry about it.
Yeah, yeah, we'll text if something changes.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay, thanks.